As the fragrance and the aroma from the second floor would evidence, they make this event very special with their culinary talent, and you will not be disappointed this evening. Proceeds from this event importantly benefit student scholarships. Approximately 96% of all Wesley College students receive some form of institutional support based on merit or financial need. Scholarships are vital to keep Wesley in a position to attract high-quality students and to retain those students through graduation. Tonight, we have set a record with our attendance for this event, with over 200 people attending. The revenue from this event also exceeded all past years, with over $35,000 raised and still counting. Give yourselves a round of applause. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, I would like to thank all of you for your generous support of Wesley students. Your contributions truly make an impact on the lives of our students and our young people. I would now like to introduce my fellow members of the Board of Trustees who are joining my wife Akeem and I this evening. First of all, Scott Brown. Scott is here this evening with his wife Terry. Stephanie Cristiano Smith. Stephanie. Tim Constantine, who is to be here with his wife Noreen. Leroy Jones, here this evening with his wife Betty. Dr. Ralph Zaragoza, here this evening with his wife Claire. And last but certainly not least, Trustee Emeritus Ann Burton and her husband David. Tonight we are not only celebrating the arts, but importantly we are honoring Bill and Susan Johnston, who have had such a positive impact on the college, the Dover community, and area businesses. There are others who will be speaking shortly about the Johnstons' contribution to entities outside of the college, but first I would like to take a few minutes to acknowledge their dedication to Wesley College in particular, and this comes in the form of a letter from our board chair, Bob Hara, who is unable to attend this evening, but wanted to offer these words to Susan and Bill. Easter week finds us in Florida with 3 grandchildren to entertain. As grandparents, you understand what that entails, so I won't go into all of the gory details. I will let you know that we did edit references to the likes of Hello Kitty and some other things from Bob's earlier email. However, we are sad to miss being with you on this grand occasion. As a trustee of Wesley College, it has been a wonderful experience to work closely with you. Your hopes and dreams for Wesley were realized during your 7 years as president. As a Delawarean, I note that Susan and you quickly became involved in so many community-based activities and quickly became very recognizable faces of Wesley College. I understand after 42 years in higher education, the two of you want to join AARP, move to your beautiful home in the wilderness of Western Maryland, and enjoy your grandchildren. At the same time, you are leaving. You are leaving us. Leaving Wesley, leaving Dover, leaving Delaware. I wish that weren't the case. You are leaving, and I don't think a lot of people realize that yet. A lot of people will miss the two of you. I will miss your ready smiles and your positive spirit. Heck, you must have a positive spirit to star in the recent Dancing with the Stars competition. So maybe you can broadcast a reality show in your retirement, call it Stumbling with the Stars. I'd be honored to produce it for you and Susan. If the Arts and Parlor audience does not know what we're referring to, your son Will can sell them copies of his DVD entitled Footloose. So this run is about to end. Always remember your days at Wesley with pride for all you accomplished. You long ago earned our admiration. We are proud of all you did and are glad you passed our way. Linda and I wish you both good health and happiness. We will miss you greatly. Godspeed. Rob and Linda Herrick. I would also like to offer my thoughts about Bill and Susan And as we reflect back on the last 7 years, we talk about a tremendous legacy. And when you look at Bill and Susan's legacy, particularly with Bill with the college, you look at such great achievements as the streetscape project that ultimately gave us a true walking campus. You talk about the health sciences building and what potential that offers Wesley College in this community. But for me, their legacy, frankly, is about relationships. Bill and Susan took friend-raising to a new art form, and for that, I will always be grateful. So it is my pleasure this evening to bring forth some speakers who are going to recognize that spirit of partnering that you so embodied. Wesley College has been very fortunate to have a great partnership with the state of Delaware. Governor Markell and his administration have been with us lockstep on the streetscape project, the health sciences building, and many, many other important endeavors for Wesley College. It's my pleasure to introduce the Governor of the State of Delaware, the Honorable Jack Markell.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. It is wonderful to be here. I want to thank Senator Bonini and Representative Kenton for being here as well. You're going to hear from them in a couple of minutes. But I really wanted to come by and tell you personally how extraordinarily fortunate I believe Wesley has been over these past several years with Bill and Susan at the helm. And I absolutely agree with everything that Bill just said. So first of all, you do leave a great legacy in terms of some of the projects, the streetscape and the health sciences building, as Bill mentioned. But your ability and your willingness to engage with the Dover community, with the Kent County community, and with all of Delaware, I think has been phenomenal. And I really believe that you have set a great example for how university presidents, and we're fortunate in Delaware because we've got terrific university presidents, but I think aspiring university presidents around the country could really learn a lesson from both of you about how to engage with the local community. Your engagement, not just at in terms of higher education, but in terms of local economic development. In terms of the arts, it certainly helps when you have somebody who is as talented, remarkably talented as Susan is, and her willingness to share her talent, her expertise, and her enthusiasm for the arts with the entire local community, I think has been a blessing to all of us. So besides that, you have, I was reading the bio, I guess you've got 3 grandchildren. I think I've met 2 of them. Those 2 are the cutest grandkids I have ever seen. And Bill and Susan brought them, I think, a couple times over to Woodburn for Dover Days, all dressed up. And I can understand why you're ready to enter the next chapter and to be able to spend more time with your grandchildren. So as the governor of the state, I just want to tell you how fortunate I have felt to have had the opportunity to work with you, to get to know you, to appreciate your commitment to our state. You leave Wesley College better than you found it. You leave Dover and Kent County and the state of Delaware better than you found it. And I'm not sure that there's a greater legacy that any of us can ask for when we're doing any of the kind of work that we all do. So with that in mind, I, in addition to delivering these remarks, I also brought with me a couple of tributes. And I'll walk down and hand them to you. The first is, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's from my office, for me personally, extending our sincere appreciation to both of you and going into some detail about the great partnership that the 2 of you have led and have demonstrated. I mean, that you are a team. And you know, it's not surprising that Bill, as the president, is the one who maybe gets most of the accolades. But Susan, I want you to know that your really incredible contributions to Wesley and to the larger community are very much noticed and are very much going to be missed. So I have a tribute for both of you that I'd like to present. In addition, some of you probably know that the highest honor that a Delaware governor can bestow is what's called the Order of the First State. And it does not happen very often, because when I do present it, when any governor presents it, it is really meant to mean something significant. And Bill, I think I'm hopeful that as you look back on your tenure here at Wesley, this is going to be the least of the things for you to remember, but I hope it is something at least tangible that you can have somewhere in your house or your office, and you can look at, and it will be a way for you to remember that there are so many of us here in Delaware who are so grateful, so appreciative for all that you've done, that we will miss both of you terribly, that we wish you only the best in the future, and we say farewell, and we hope we all stay in touch. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much, Governor Markell, and importantly, thank you for your many contributions and steadfast support for Wesley College. Very much appreciated. At this juncture, it gives me great pleasure to introduce two Wesley College alums. Senator Colin Benini, class of 1991, serving the 16th Senatorial District since 1994. Yeah, he was about 18 when he was elected. And Representative Harvey Kenton, class of 64, who serves the 36th Representative District since 2011. I would ask you both to come forward, please, to make a special presentation for Bill and Susan. Colin, Harvey.
So, oh boy, I can't see a thing. Governor, you're impressive. I can't see a thing. So you may not know this, but Harvey and I played for the same basketball coach at Wesley College. Just a couple of years apart. So we each have a tribute. I will read mine from the Senate, and then a couple of quick comments, and Harvey has a couple of quick comments as well. And Kathy, you told me it's up here. Thank you. By the way, on that note, I just want to say the institutional advancement staff that puts this together every year just does a fantastic job. A fantastic job. And I'll also, as the governor, when we both presented this, walk down and give these to Bill and Susan. State of Delaware Senate tribute. Be it hereby known to all, Senators Colin R. M. J. Bonini and Brian J. Bushweller are joined by the Senate of the 148th General Assembly in commending William N. Johnston, Dr. William N. Johnston, and Susan S. Johnson as Dr. Johnson retires from following a notable tenure as president of Wesley College, and in recognition of Mrs. Johnson's time and efforts spent on behalf of the Wesley community and its environs. Both Dr. and Mrs. Johnsons have touched and enriched numerous lives during their years in Dover, and have good reason to be proud of their accomplishments and contributions. The sponsors take pleasure in requesting tribute to a fine couple and the positive difference they have made in the world in which they live. They're not happy, gee, no, you're still going to be around. With gratitude and with congratulations to both, the Senate directs this tribute presented Friday evening, the 10th of April, 2015, as they are joined by family and friends in the Schwartz Center for the Schwartz Center for the Arts to celebrate the culmination of a job well done. This is signed by Patricia Blevins, the President Pro Tem, Bernard Brady, the Secretary of the Senate, Senator Bushweller, whose sons went to Wesley, by the way, and myself. And I'll let Harvey here speak in a minute. I just wanted to take just a moment to say to Bill and Johnson, I think the governor, it was really wonderful he came, and the governor said it better than I certainly can. But you are measured by how things have changed when you're involved. How was it when you got there? How was it when you left it? And I don't think anybody can say that Wesley College isn't just head and shoulders moving in the right direction since Bill and Susan here. And the one thing I want to say is when you walked in tonight, and if you get a chance to go to campus when the students are here, meet those students tonight. Meet those students on campus. And Bill and Susan have dedicated their lives to changing other people's lives. And I'm not sure there's a higher calling than that. And if you spend more than 5 minutes with any of these Wesley students, you'll know how successful they have been. And Bill, it is an honor for me to be allowed to call you friend, and I want to thank you so much for all you have done for this wonderful institution that I love so much. Bill and Susan, thank you very, very much.
Dr. Johnson and Susan, seems like yesterday I received a phone call your first day at Wesley, introducing yourself and said, Harvey, I want to meet you. So we went to Suicide Bridge over in Secretary, Maryland. A lot of you are familiar with that. We got on that boat and took a couple-hour cruise and ate some crabs and chicken, and maybe we'll get the opportunity to do that again before we leave. But it's been an honor working with you. I was thinking, sitting down there listening to the governor and Bill Strickland talk, and they mentioned the word legacy. I think if Webster could redo the dictionary under legacy, I think Dr. William Johnston's name would be in there. And I mean that from my heart. And before I sit down, Bill and Susan, God bless you. I'm a phone call away. I'm proud to have known you, and I hope we're going to meet again in the future. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Bill and Susan are very much a team. And I would like to now introduce Karen Young, who is a friend of the Johnstons and a volunteer within the art community in Dover. And I'd like to ask Karen to come forward to talk a little bit about Susan's contribution to Dover, and in particular the arts over the last 7 years. Karen Young.
Good evening. President Johnston, I can't see you, but I know you're out there. I think you would agree that you have made many, many significant decisions over your lifetime, but none as significant and meaningful as asking Susan Swagger to marry you. And we're all very glad that you did, and that she said yes. Wesley's First Lady has worn and continues to wear numerous and diverse hats in her life. Influenced by her mother, who was an artist, her activities in the arts since graduating from Westminster College in Pennsylvania include, in part, teaching art for 15 years in public schools in Ohio and West Virginia, illustrating for a national publication, Houseplant Magazine, serving as an adjunct faculty member at Davis and Elkins College and Bethany College. And by the way, Bill isn't the only president in this household. Susan is a past president of the West Virginia Watercolor Society. Susan has always been involved in the communities where she and Bill have lived. Through downtown historic preservation programs in Elkins and Wheeling, West Virginia, and certainly in Dover, she has promoted community and business opportunities for artists. Her energetic volunteer work with the design committee of the Downtown Dover Partnership resulted in the initiation of the very successful First Friday celebrations, which began in 2009 and are still going strong. During my tenure at the Dover Art League, Susan was an active, resourceful committee member. When we put together a lunchtime learning series of programs where people brought their lunch and watched an artist demonstrate his or her talents, not only did Susan agree to participate, but she called upon an artist friend from Baltimore to be an added attraction. Both programs drew a large and enthusiastic turnout, and we all learned a great deal. In the fall of 2011, Susan was invited to have a solo show at Iowa Wesleyan College. And last fall, at Delaware State University's Art Gallery, Susan exhibited a show of 28 of her watercolors that was entitled Chapters, Then and Now. Susan was quoted as saying, "Each chapter reveals my reverence for the mysteries of nature, which is a perfect segue to share with you that Susan was chosen as the winning artist for the DENREC Del Dot sponsored Rain Barrel Art Contest. DENREC and Del Dot staged this contest as a, quote, fun way to educate the community on the benefits of using rain barrels to reduce rainwater runoff and improve water quality. 11 artists were selected to paint creative designs on a rain barrel, and Susan's entry won, entitling her work to be displayed at the governor's residence. As she said, quote, my rain barrel displays the many demands on water and how easily and thoughtlessly this treasure can be sullied and taken for granted. Susan's theme for her rain barrel painting was, it's about time. And unfortunately, it's about time for all of us to prepare to see the Johnstons depart our community. We will miss them enormously, but it is comforting to know, as the governor pointed out, that they will be with their children and grandchildren, and that Susan will never stop being an award-winning artist and community activist. We salute you both and wish you only the very, very best. One quick last word in the form of a warning to her family, and something that most of you probably don't know. She plays a very serious, highly competitive, and winning game of apples to apples. Trust me.
Thank you, Karen, very much. In keeping with our theme of partnerships and working together collaboratively for the greater good of this community, I would like to introduce the Chief Executive Officer of Bay Health Medical Center, Terry Murphy, to come forward and talk about the commitment of Bay Health and Wesley in working together to provide quality health care to this community, but also to talk about Bill's participation as a member of the Board of Trustees of Bay Health Medical Center. Terry?
Thank you, Bill, and I love apples to apples too. That's great to know that, Susan, and as most of us know, behind every good man is a great woman, and you both will be missed. So Bay Health has always enjoyed a great relationship with Wesley College, and there's a lot of back and forth with our staff and holding positions at Wesley College, and we do a lot of clinical rotations. But early on after Dr. Johnson's arrival, he began a conversation about how we could elevate the relationship between Wesley and Bay Health in a partnership format. And we actually agreed to go to Winchester, Virginia to look at a partnership between two institutions, Shenandoah University and Valley Health Medical Center, a 5-hospital system, and how they partnered together. And we really were trying to get to know the nature of the partnerships, the benefits both to the university and the local healthcare community, and really their framework for how they work together. And what we both realized is that there was more that we could do, there was more that could be done on both of our organizations' part. And for Bay Health, it was really, how could we provide more nurses? We knew there was a shortage of nurses coming down the road, and specifically more nurses with bachelor's degree. For Wesley, it was really in order to grow their program, they needed more space and updated laboratories and classrooms. And then the idea of the Freer building came about. And really through Dr. Johnston's vision, we began to work together and put together our leaders, and they visited Villanova University's nursing education facilities to really find out what would be the best way to develop the health sciences building. We really followed a framework from the American Academy of Colleges of Nursing and the American Organization of Nurse Executives, the framework to how you put together academic and practical partnerships. And actually in 2013, we formed a formal relationship with Wesley College. Because of Dr. Johnson's leadership, students are really prepared. Students are prepared for job opportunities with a great learning environment in the health sciences building with really strong clinical instruction. And this helps us to ensure that for many years to come, we have caregivers to care for an aging population. Dr. Johnson also, shortly after he arrived, joined the board of directors of Bay Health, and many people don't know that 20 members of the community basically volunteer their time to help lead the organization, and they put in a lot of hours of service, and Dr. Johnston was one of those board members who will be sorely missed. Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Your leadership has been very important for not only the students in the community, but really for our organization and for the healthcare of the community. So thank you very much. Good luck to both.
Thank you, Terry, and all of the other presenters on recognizing the Johnsons, but also, importantly, as Bill would prefer, recognizing Wesley College. I'd also like to recognize a few other guests who are in attendance this evening. Senator Brian Bushweller, who is the state senator from the 17th Senatorial District, and his wife Rocky are joining us, as are Mayor Robin Christensen and his wife Cindy. I'd also like to pay real respect and thank you to the Arts in the Parlor Committee for your efforts with the planning and execution of this program this evening. Please rise as I call out your names: Terry Brown, Jenny Mavis, Reed Perkins, Stephanie Smith Cristiano, Mary Jane Willis, and Claire Zaragoza. Let's give them a round of applause. Great job. We also appreciate the visual artists who are presenting their work this evening and encourage everyone to view the displays on the second floor and in the art gallery on the third floor. Please note that Stephanie Seaman, photographer and glass artist, was mistakenly not included in the printed program. So please make sure to stop by her table on the second floor. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Wesley Symphonic Band, who will begin the usual musical performances for this evening. Please enjoy the show.
This is Basin Street Blues by Louis Armstrong.
audition pieces next. We need all this cleared out. We need the chairs out. We need the stands out. All right, my singing audition is first. The chairs in from this side. We need to bring this piano in closer. let's bring the piano in here. Let's bring the chairs in here. I need my singers out right now. All right, if you're here to sing, I need you right here. All right, you know your business. You got your numbers, you got your headshots. Excellent. All right, first up, I believe we have that gentleman.
Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway. We'll sing some songs you'll recognize from Jersey boys and follies. We'll say farewell to Auld Lang Syne and Bill Johnston's bow ties. Play baby, say goodnight early in the morning. Wesley babies, don't sleep tight until the dawn. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of old Broadway. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway, on Broadway. A French and Greyhound must go home, they say. But they're dead wrong, I know they are, 'cause I can play this here guitar, and I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. I hope I get it. How many people does he need? God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people does he need? Look at all the people, at all the people. How many people does he need? How many boys, how many girls, how many people does he?
All right, everyone line up. All right, we're starting on this end first. Name,
Linnea Lawrence,
shoe size,
9.
name,
Joy Gordy Stick.
hometown,
Yes, Dover.
name.
Sarah Neal.
Are you willing to cut or dye your hair if you're cast in this role? Name,
Emily Betts.
management company,
Dogfish Brewing Company.
name.
Federal Show Munich Bank.
Are you willing to to accept another role if you're cast?
Definitely not.
Name?
Dr. Bill Crow.
Oh, hey, how was your role in Hairspray?
It was awesome. We had a great run, and I dyed my hair and looked years younger.
Fantastic. Name?
Daphne Johnson?
Are you proficient in tap dance?
No.
Name?
Marissa Richardson.
Astrological sign?
Gemini.
Name?
Jacob Sasso?
Do you have any formal music training?
Yes, from the University of Phoenix Online.
Name?
Elizabeth Paisley.
Can you provide your own sequin leotard?
I have 5.
All right, I need your headshots back to the piano.
Excuse me. Did anybody tell me how to get to Broadway?
Practice!
I'm just a Broadway baby, walking on a tired knees, counting 42nd Street to be in a show. Broadway baby, learning how to sing and dance. Waiting on a one big chance to be in a show. Gee, I'd like to be some marquee. All twinkling lights spark to pierce the dark. Battery Park to Washington Heights. Someday, maybe. If I stick it long enough, I could get to strut my stuff. Working for a nice man like a Markel or a Johnson in a great big Broadway show.
only useful letter words writing prose. Anything goes.
The world has gone mad today, good's bad today, black's white today, day's night today, blue skies today, the red flies today, and just silly
Gigolos. Although I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes.
walks into a room, then you know she's uncommonly very, very unique, very pathetic, poetic and chic. When she walks into a room, then you know fabulous boys under this world. One smile and suddenly nobody else will help to.
All of her qualities extol.
You know you'll never be lonely.
Loaded with charisma is my totally suffering girl, and she will roll.
She's the quintessence of making the grade.
For the girl is such a fast food give her your attention too. I really have to mention she's the one.
Weren't they just absolutely fantastic? Let's give them another round of applause. At this time, please join me in welcoming Bill and Susan Johnston, today our president, forever our friends, Bill and Susan.
Please be seated, and let's keep the house lights up if that's all right. First, I want to just say we are obviously tremendously honored to have you folks here. Excuse me. The students, I was fine. The governor, everybody saying something. The students get up here, and I have to say, that's when the heart comes out. I really want to thank our music department and all the artists tonight. Susan and I are so honored. We've been honored to be part of this college and community and state and region, and we will continue to do so, although 264 miles away. But at the same time, this has been a tremendous opportunity for us, and we're glad that we're just so pleased for the college and the community, and we feel the great spirit this environment has, and the positive nature and the growth that we are seeing throughout the college and through the area. Again, we are just so very humble. We want to thank all the individuals and the artists that have been involved tonight in making this happen, and all of you, because of your dedication and really supporting the students who are up here and the other students that are at Wesley, the 1,600 other students, through the scholarships that you are providing, through your participation and support this evening. That really means a great deal, and that's what it's all about. Each of us have passions in our room, in this room, and for us, it certainly has been being able to have a passion toward our students and seeing them grow, and that is just phenomenal to see them change and grow and develop into wonderful citizens for our area and certainly our country. I think the evening is really about strolling and enjoying libations and enjoying the arts, and I really don't want to stop or prevent us from doing that, because that's really the thrust of the evening. I really do encourage you, as someone earlier said, please engage our students that are here this evening in conversation. Get to know them. They're great people. They're great young people, and boy, they give you great faith in the future of our country and our region. We're very pleased that our son Will was able to come up this evening and today from Atlanta to be with us, and I hope you get to say hello to him too. It's great to have him with us this weekend as well. Dear, is there anything you would like to say?
Thank you so much for being here. I have always loved gathering people around the arts, and certainly to celebrate Wesley College this evening with the beautiful performance and the obviously improved program that is helping and strengthening the offerings of the arts at our wonderful college, and it certainly was in evidence this evening. So again, we'll look forward to talking with all of you, and thank you so much for being here.
I don't think they want you to leave. Thank you all for joining us for this very special evening to celebrate not only the arts, but to celebrate the Johnstons and the significant contributions that they've made not only to our college, but importantly to our community. So please proceed to the second and third floors for cocktails, food, and more entertainment throughout the evening. If you didn't get a chance to have your photo taken earlier, when you arrive, please feel free to have that taken. The photographer will be available for the next half hour in the lobby. Again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the Wesley family, thank you very much and enjoy the evening.